Hey guys, welcome to today's YouTube video. I'm just gonna jump straight into the video. I think if I try to intro this, it's gonna be a little bit meh. So, hello, welcome. If you guys are new to my channel, my name's Tanisha Miski. I'm a personal trainer and all about health and fitness and nutrition and all that good stuff. So, today's topic is a little bit different. It's not really specifically related to health and fitness, and it's not a vlog or anything like that, but I just want to sit down and talk with you guys. So the last 4 weeks or so, I've been feeling in this huge rut, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. I've just been doing the same thing over and over again, going to work, coming home, and I've just been feeling really blah. I noticed myself being really tired. I was taking midday naps, like maybe 2 some days, and I just had no creative energy flowing through me. I didn't want to post content on YouTube. I didn't want to post content on Instagram. I felt like when I was going to post something, I had to be like a selfie in my brown undies to get any like attention kind of thing. And I just wasn't feeling like that kind of content was authentic to who I am, so I didn't want to post it. Remember, a huge vicious cycle of blackness. And in the last week just gone, a really good friend of mine, Jenna, she invited me to Secrets in the Garden, which is a women's festival. And there's heaps of things there on like how to grow your business, how to be empowered. It's all about empowering women, how to lift each other up, and there were heaps of talks on spirituality and all that good kind of stuff. So I went to this festival with Jenna, was super excited, like I just knew I had to go, and I knew that this was kind of what I needed to maybe help get me out of my rut. But what I experienced at the festival wasn't what I experienced there wasn't what I thought I was going to get to help me get out of my rut. I thought I was going to be inspired and motivated by all these women talking to me, but it's crazy because what did inspire me was what my friend Jenna told me, which is crazy. Out of that whole thing, like the most impactful thing that happened was this at the very start when Jenna and I were talking. So I'm probably rambling. I'm going to try say this really nicely, but so Jenna and I rock up to the festival. We get our little pamphlets, and it says like who's speaking at what time of the day, and you kind of go through the pamphlet and you choose like what speakers you want to go see, what tents you want to go to. And we thought that we would go to the first speaker that we went to. She talked about learning how to be one with your intuition and learning about your intuition and being more connected to it, and that kind of inner voice or inner feeling that you get inside yourself, but we often kind of push it down. And so we went to this tent where this lady was speaking. It was called the Woo Woo tent, which was crazy because the day before, me and one of my best friends that lives in New Zealand were just talking about woo-woo things. So it was just all very uncanny. So when we got into the tent, we all had to hold this beautiful crystal here, which is like a healing crystal. And we all got one. Everyone's crystal looked completely different. And we had to hold it while she was talking, and we swapped crystals with our partner. And so I was holding on to my friend's crystal and she was holding on to mine. And you had to close your eyes. See, this stuff is all a bit woo-woo, but bear with me, like, it's beautiful. You had to close your eyes and just think about what you thought that your friend needed to hear. So I was holding my friend's crystal and I was closing my eyes, and I was thinking like, okay, what does she need to hear right now? And then I would just see if I could feel any of my intuition coming through or any words popping up, pictures, symbolism, colors that came through. And it was awesome because the words that came up through me that I spoke to her, she got teary straight away. They resonated hugely, and it kind of broke her down a little bit. And then she told me mine, and it was just like, yeah, it brought up so much stuff. Why I thought I was in a rut wasn't why I was in a rut, and she really brought to the surface, I guess, some shit I was going through, or I was going through, I'm not going through now, like, we fucking killed that shit, it's gone. And I knew that it was resurfacing, and it had come up a few times, like, in my head, and I kind of just pushed it down, like, no, like, let's just forget about that. And the word that came up for her, for me, was confidence, which is crazy, because as soon as she said that, I got so teary, and I realised that I wasn't feeling confident, and she was just explaining how when she first met me, I was really confident, and she had kind of noticed my confidence go down. So that just brought like tears to my eyes, and it just, all these things started coming up for me of times when I wasn't feeling confident and why I wasn't feeling confident. And then she was explaining about this. She could vision this seed, and it was being planted in soil, and it wanted to grow. The tree wanted to grow, but it just wasn't planted in the right soil, and it just needed the right soil, and then it would just blossom, which just like hit my heart so hard. So I really wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about confidence and how I haven't been feeling super confident, and just to let you know that it's okay not to feel confident all the time, and that people like me, personal trainers, and I'm telling people all the time, I'm trying to boost their confidence, and yet I'm not feeling confident myself. And I just took a step back and had a big chat with Jana, and we were talking about how as personal trainers or influencers or people that try to help other people so much, we just constantly give, and sometimes it can be really draining on us energetically, emotionally, and all that kind of stuff. And I guess I've just been giving so much that I kind of hit a point. I was just a little bit drained out giving, but I wasn't putting back into myself. So just remember that whenever you're going to give to others, it's a beautiful thing, and we should all be giving without expecting anything in return. But don't forget to fill your cup back up as well, okay? Otherwise your cup's going to be so empty and just dry. So before I came on here, I'm like, okay, how am I going to talk to these guys and girls about what happened? So I sat down again with the same crystal, just on my couch, and just closed my eyes and just asked the question, what do I need you guys to hear? And a few things came up, and I scribbled them down in my little notebook. And I feel like this is my intuition kind of telling me what I need to tell you guys. So I'm so sorry if this is woo-woo, but I feel like I really need to say this stuff. So what I envisioned was like this cliff face, and then this cliff face coming off of it. So big cliff, big mountain, and this cliff face coming off of it. And at the top of that cliff, that's confidence, right? So there was confidence. I was feeling confident before I got to my right, and I was standing at the top of the cliff. Nowhere else to go. No up, no sideways, there was only down. And I was obviously triggered by all of these things that were making me not feel confident. And a big thing for me was I wasn't feeling sexy. I feel athletic, and that's like God, I don't even know if I should be that open. So I was feeling super confident in my job and helping my clients. I was feeling confident in my athletic ability. I was feeling really strong, doing well in the gym. I'm confident in my relationship. I'm super happy. But one thing that kept coming up is like, I just randomly started telling myself, like, you're not sexy. Like, you're athletic, you're cute, you're nice, you're patient, you're caring, but you're not sexy. And I guess I just had this urge to want to be sexy. So I'm going to figure out what sexy means to me, because I think that when I was looking at other people on Instagram and what they portrayed as sexy, I don't necessarily think that that is my sexy. So I need to kind of find out what my sexy is, and then deep dive into that to just boost me up even more. But this only happened a couple of days ago, so I'm still going through it a little bit. So I thought that there was confidence at the top of the cliff. There's nowhere to go. If I stay at the top of the cliff, I stay stagnant. When you stay stagnant, your energy's not moving. You're not moving. You're in a rut, right? And that's what was happening to me. I wasn't moving anywhere. As I just told you guys, probably the 5th time, so I'm so bad at storytelling. The only way to go is down. I needed to jump off the cliff. And I was jumping into uncertainty. I didn't know what was going to be down there. But I was also jumping into growth. And I was jumping into expansion. And I just needed to trust. Sorry, my nose is so runny. I just needed to trust that once I jumped into all of that, I wasn't going to hit the ground. I was going to fly. And that was a huge thing that came up for me when I was just sitting down with my crystal, was that you need to fucking jump, because by jumping, you're going to fly. And if you don't jump, you're just going to stay there. You're going to stay stagnant. You're going to stay in a rut. You're not going to grow. Your mind's not going to expand. You're not going to do all these amazing things that you were put on this earth to do, because you're stuck at the top of the fucking cliff. Like, jump. Fucking jump. And I just wrote here, if you don't face off with your shit, you never reach the top, and you will never get the chance to fly. So when you're at the top of the cliff, all the shit comes up, and you don't want to face off with it. I don't want to face off with the fact that I didn't think I was sexy. I'm putting myself on Instagram. People think I'm confident. I can't not be confident, because what the fuck? What are people going to think of me? Little did I know I'm fucking human. But pretty much that thing at the top of the cliff, this is so disgusting, but my nose is so run out, I don't have a tissue. That thing at the top of the cliff, it could be anything for you. Could be confidence, it could be love, it could be friendship, it could be relationship, but you just need to move. You need to move, you need to jump off the cliff, don't stay there. I hope this is all making sense so far. The next thing that came to mind when I was sitting there and just came to my book and started writing things down, just whatever came to me, was when Jana was talking to me about planting the seed in the right soil. And I don't know why I drew little pictures, but that's just what came to me, so that's just what I'd done. I've just got on the top here brown soil, and then the seeds in the soil, and it's only growing this much. But it's only growing that much because it's not planted in the right soil to nourish it and to grow. And that's another thing that Jana also said, that I need nourishment, and that just hit home, because obviously I'm living in Perth. I don't have any I've got family here, but I don't have my mum, I don't have my dad, I don't have my sister. And I probably miss them more than I try to pretend I do. Obviously, because it's just making me teary again. But I need to ask people for a hug, or I need to ask people for help or for love. And it just comes back to that whole thing of making sure that you're giving, but you're also receiving everything that you need to receive. And if you're not getting enough from other people, then you damn well need to give it to yourself, because you're just gonna flatline. So what the soil is, it's energy. What kind of energy do you surround yourself with? When you come home, do you put on sad, sloppy music, or do you put on upbeat music to get you going? Are you watching horror movies and it's bringing you down? Are you watching comedies that's making you laugh? What kind of people are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with people that want to grow, with people who empower you, with people who are up to cool shit in their lives, with people who bring each other up, with people who support you, love you? What kind of mindset do you have? This is all the stuff that's in the soil. Your mindset, your food, what kind of foods are you eating? Are these foods making you feel good? Are these foods bringing you down? Are they making you feel sluggish and tired? Or are they elevating, lifting you, giving you energy? Are you doing movement? I was just coming home and having a nap. Should I have been going out for 10-minute walks? Probably. Will I start doing that now? I guess since I've said it out loud, I will start. Are you going to the gym? Are you doing a Zumba class? Are you dancing? Are you doing CrossFit? Are you doing yoga? Are you moving your body? Same thing, you need to keep moving. How's your sleep going? Are you only sleeping for 5 hours a night? Are you getting a restful sleep? Are you tossing and turning at night? Why? What can you do to improve your sleep? This is all the stuff that's in the soil. What do your weekends look like? For me, the last few weekends I've been out and partying, and I've had so much fun, but it's too much for me, obviously, because it's drained me. Are you drinking enough water? Your body's over 70% water. Are you drinking enough of it? And do you have love? So all of those things are in the soil. And obviously my soil just wasn't quite the right soil that I needed to grow and flourish. So making sure that you're putting good energy in your soil, you're putting good people in your soil, you're having good mindset in your soil, you're having good food feeding your soil. Excuse me. You're putting movement into your soil. Your soil's having a good sleep. Your weekends are filled with amazing soil, and your water and your love and all that good stuff is your soil. And then you'll fucking grow. And when you grow, your tree, it goes huge. So my little tree only has 3 leaves, not that much. My business was good. My relationships were good. But as I can grow and flourish and my tree is planted with the right soil and expands, I'll be in alignment. I'll create beautiful friendships. I'll have expansion in my mind. I'll create wealth. I'll create happiness. I'll create positive influence. I'll be connected to my higher power. I'll create flow in my life, and I'll be mission driven. These are all. I'll be creative. Creativity will just be flowing. And these are all the things that were on my leaves and my expanded tree. But your tree might look different. So I'm gonna wrap this little video up. I hope it's gonna be little when I edit it, and it's not really need to be edited because it's pretty raw, but when I post it up, I hope it's not too long and bores you guys. But I think this is what I'm trying to say, is that I go through shit too. I'm just trying to be vulnerable and raw with you guys. So I hope by sharing my vulnerability and my little struggle that I've been going through, I hope it inspires you to take massive fucking action. If you're feeling uninspired, if you're in a rut, if you're going through some shit, don't just ignore it. Don't push it down, push it down, push it down. Because it's not going to go away. You need to go face to face with what you're dealing with, face to face with your shit, your insecurities, that little story you've been telling you that you're not sexy. You need to go face to face with it, figure out the root cause of it, figure out how you can fix it, what you need to do next, and then you need to move. Don't stay stagnant. You need to move, jump off the fucking cliff, get your ass flying, and then start climbing that rocky mountain again. So, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.